Hi, Lori the Uber Goddess, and if you're watching my Facebook page, you know I am a psycho when it comes to picking blueberries. And I want to show you this blueberry pancake recipe that I have been making for like over 20 years. My sister-in-law actually gave me this recipe, and they're so good. And I have a little trick for you to get your pancakes like fluffier, like, it's just so good. But anyway, this makes a small batch of pancakes, so if you have like a crowd, you'd like to probably triple it, because this makes probably about 10 pancakes. So what we have here is 2/3 of unbleached flour, a 1/3 cup of whole wheat flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. I think I already said that, but just put that in your bowl. And what you're going to do is take your milk, which is 2/3 cup milk and 1 egg, and beat that up. And you're going to dump it in here. So look at how nice this is. You know, any pancake batter, you have to add a little butter to it. Whether it's margarine, which I hate worse than poison, because it is poison. Always use butter. Butter's better. Remember that. How long did that take? Well, 4 seconds. Oh, but I have a surprise for you, Vic.
You
I have
do?
something in the oven for you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
So, you know, I love making apple crisp, and I know Vicky loves blueberries, so I made you some
Aww.
blueberry crisps to take home.
Yes.
How cool is
Winning.
Dean and I had them last night, and it was so good. So
Thank
you
you.
need to stop and buy ice cream.
Will do.
Yeah. Just saying. So, you know, when I make a blueberry pancake, I don't put the blueberries in the batter. I add them after I put them on the griddle. So, because I want the most coverage. Because when you have it in the batters, you say, oh, this blueberry only has like 3 blueberries, or this pancake only has like 3 blueberries. So I want to show you a trick. I've seen some people cook pancakes and they're like drowning in oil, which you don't need to do that. You have a non-stick skillet and just take some Crisco and rub it on here like this. A nice light coating. That's all you need to do. And we are going to put some of this, but first I got to show you a trick. What I got in that bowl over there is I beat 2 egg whites. And what we're going to do, see how pretty? We are going to fold this into our batter. And what this is going to do is, it's going to make it like light, fluffy. When you fold, you know, you just gently up, under, and over. You don't want to, you know, destroy all the air that you've put into these egg whites. So check out this batter, how fluffy it is. These are the blueberries I picked yesterday. My husband comes home and he's like, well, I talked to a friend and he said, oh, do you still got to use a hook to get your wife out of the blueberry patch? And he's like, yeah, and he tells Dean where he was picking blueberries, and you know, Dean doesn't like when I go by myself. But he's not going to stop me. Because he's like, who are you going picking blueberries with? I said, me, myself, and I. You got a problem with that? I said, you're not going to stop me because you're going to be at work. So check this out. I cover every surface of these with blueberries. And you can, you know, one tip when you freeze blueberries, I clean my blueberries. I take the leaves and I pick them pretty clean, but I never rinse my blueberries off. I think it takes some of the flavor away from them. My mom never did it. I don't do it. And as you're cleaning them with your hands, you know, you're getting rid of like little pieces of sand and dirt or whatever. But put them on a cookie sheet, okay? And stick them in your freezer, and then they turn into little marbles. Now, I've noticed, I've been freezing blueberries like my whole life, so I would just throw them in a bag. And then, like, say 3 months later, I would go get them and they'd be full of like frost. They'd be stuck together like a big ball. But when you freeze them first and then put them in a bag, they stay like little marbles. They just do. It's so cool. Yeah. So, we're gonna flip these and we'll see what they look like. So, a few tips on picking blueberries. When I was picking Wednesday, this truck came by me, and it was this couple, and he actually admitted he was a troll, and I'm like, that's fine. And he goes, but I was born here, you know, and they were staying at the campground in Big Bay, and he was telling me that his dad worked for the Michigan Forest Service, and every time he was out and he saw where there was a fire, he would write down the location, and in 2 years, blueberries. So if you know of any place that's had a fire, give it a couple years and it'll be loaded with blueberries. And also, if you know any place where land's been clear cut, like, you know, all the trees have been cut, and that's actually a place where I went picking, in 2 years, just like a fire, tons of blueberries. So those are 2 tips on places to look, because you know, if I was to give you directions to the blueberry patch, it would kind of go like this. Well, you know, you go down this dirt road and there's a big rock. And you turn right and there's a big tree, and they're right there. You know, it's about as detailed as I'll get. You don't even know where I am. Hello. So, check these out. Look at how they're puffing up. You know, whenever you make pancakes, you put baking powder in them, of course. That's what makes them puff up. Oh my God, I can't wait to taste one of these. And I'm not done picking berries yet, just to tell you. Oh. Now, I have to have sausage when I have pancakes, because I love sausage and the syrup together. It's just so good. But my buddy here, Vic, loves blueberry pancakes.
Yes, I do.
So I text her, I'm like, hey, let's have a business breakfast. A blueberry pancake business breakfast. So she's like, heck yeah. So I want your reaction, Vicki, and tell me how my pancakes are. And I can't wait to taste it myself here. We're gonna see.
Looks good. Oh my God. That is so good.
Isn't it light
It's so light.
and fluffy?
The blueberries are to die for.
There's nothing like a blueberry that's picked in the Upper Peninsula.
Thank you
saying.
so much.
You're welcome. So, you know, earlier on in the season, I checked a lot of the places where I go to pick and there were no blueberries, and I panicked, so I went online. And there is this blueberry farm in Vulcan, which is by Norway, and they have a blueberry farm where you can buy blueberries. So I bought 20 pounds of blueberries. They come in a 10-pound box. They were $35 for 10 pounds. And if you hate to pick blueberries, these are actually grown in the UP. They have a farm. So that's an option for you. Oh my God, these are so good. If you make this pancake recipe and incorporate those egg whites into it, you are going to be a hero at any breakfast that you have. Your family is going to love you, and that's a big double doubt it if you think they won't, because they will. So excited.